Hi everybody, that's Allie.
And that is Dash,
Welcome to our playdate.
where we choose a game, sometimes make up our own rules, and play for a while.
Enjoy listening and playing along.
Or don't. We can't hear you. It's a podcast. Wait, what? Hey, little ghosties. That's the name of the game today.
Yeah, today we're playing Wait What, which is one of those like checkout counter games from the Dollar Tree, which I love getting. It's by RMS Games, and we've played a couple of these on the pod before.
I don't think we've played RMS games specifically, but
Right.
yeah, the tiny little like pocket games.
Yeah.
You got some for everybody in SCP one Christmas.
I did, yes,
so
that's right, I
we've
did.
played some of those before.
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
great for road trips or taking to improv for suggestions,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera.
I actually bought this, so I knew that I was going to go to I was going to meet some people for the first time. And we were going to go to a lounge or whatever, and it was just like, okay, cool. But like, I don't know these people. And like, what if we need some icebreakers?
Yeah.
Like, the best thing to do is drink and play games. So that day on my way home, I passed by Five Below, and picked a couple of games up, and I was like, all right, these fit in my pocket. I will bring them with me, and if we run out of things to talk about or need an icebreaker, boom, we've got a little game we can play.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. So we are going to play this using our board. And basically what happens is we pick up a card, we read the two objects on the card, and you need to figure out which weighs more.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And every time we get one right, we will move one spot up on the board until one of us is the winner.
Sure.
Okay?
Sounds great.
Let's roll to see who goes first. And I rolled a nat 20.
You rolled a 20, so
Wow.
I got a 7, which is not a 20.
Nope. No, it is not. And we shuffled the cards because we are a
Pro Shuffling Podcast.
Allie,
Yes.
wait, what weighs more, an iceberg or an oil rig? What weighs
I mean, how big is the iceberg?
Yeah, that's the real question. Like, what? This is kind of a loaded question because there are bigger and smaller icebergs.
I mean, does something have to be a certain size to be considered an iceberg as opposed to an ice
Oh,
cube?
that's a great question. Yeah, or like an.
No, it's just an ice cube, guys. Just go around it.
Yeah, just
it's
go around
fine.
it.
It's fine.
It's an ice floaty.
Global warming. It'll be gone in 6 months. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there might be a lower limit that something needs to be big wise to be considered an iceberg.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Wait, I have to pick the one that weighs more.
More, yeah.
The oil rig weighs more.
So it is 150,000 tons for an iceberg.
Okay.
And an oil rig is 120,000 tons.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was
the
wrong.
iceberg is the winning card.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look at that.
Yeah.
We're a learning podcast.
We're learning things.
also.
So it has to weigh 150,000 tons in order for it to be classified as an iceberg, apparently.
It seems so. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. What? A bald eagle nest or a carry-on suitcase?
I'm going to say, now here's the thing, is the bald eagle nest full of eggs? Or is it just a nest?
I'm looking at this and my mind is blown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say a bald eagle nest because eagles are way bigger than we imagine them to be.
But they don't sound like what we think
They don't sound like what we think they sound
They're
like.
really just like
Yeah.
wee wee.
Right, because in movies the sound that they use is like
that,
a red-crested
yeah,
hawk
yeah,
or something.
It's like I mean, there's even like military units called screaming eagles. Eagles
Yeah,
don't scream.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a bald eagle's nest, which
Yes.
apparently weighs 1,000 pounds, versus a carry-on suitcase, which is 35 pounds.
Yeah. Wow.
1,000 pounds.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That is very big.
That's half a ton. Girl, where are we putting this nest?
I mean, they are pretty big, and
Girl.
it needs to fit, the whole family. It's like
I guess.
it's like an SUV. You need to be big. Okay, Allie, what weighs more, a sheet of paper or a chocolate chip? A chocolate chip. What weighs more? Ship. Like a
chocolate chip weighs more.
It is 0.2 ounces for a sheet of paper and 1 ounces
That's
for
a
chocolate
lie.
chip.
That is a damn lie. I'm no.
I guess because the chocolate chip is probably. I keep saying chip.
Yeah.
The chocolate chip is also kind of airy. I guess it has air in it. I don't know. I'm not
I'm calling
shenanigans.
elephant poo on this game.
I think it also depends on like what type of sheet of paper. Like, is it cardstock? Is
Okay, yeah, I mean, if cardstock weighs a lot.
yeah, it's literally measured in pounds.
Is it college rule? No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like regular.
I'm bad at this game is what the takeaway here
Red
is.
paper is something. Regular paper is somewhere between 15 and 20 pounds. Cardstock is anything over 45 pounds, if I remember from my days at Office Depot.
Okay. Wait, what?
What?
A giant redwood tree or
Mm-hmm.
the International Space Station?
Ooh. I think I'm going to go with a giant redwood tree because the International Space Station actually needs to be surprisingly light to get up there.
You have chosen correctly.
Yeah.
It's 700 tons for the tree versus 500 tons for the International Space Station.
Yes. Awesome.
I'm sure that's with or without astronauts.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're weightless, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Technically, it doesn't weigh anything.
Technically, it doesn't weigh anything, right? But it also, like, I know that in order to get things up to space, they try to make them as light as possible to
They
send
do
the
like
pieces up.
origami and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah. It's like this
cool.
fan that goes up
Yeah.
and then just like folds out or whatever. Okay.
It's really cool.
Wait. What? What weighs more? A mini excavator. That's like one of those like small little bobcat things.
Okay.
Or a mall escalator.
Then
I'm guessing without the people.
an escalator.
An escalator is correct. It
Wow.
was 5 tons versus 9 tons.
I got one.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, I can imagine an escalator would weigh more, like all the mechanics and stuff versus a mini excavator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? 2 wind turbines were the Empire State Building.
2 wind turbines
Yeah.
or the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
I gotta say Empire State Building.
That's what I would have said too, but it's totally wrong. Apparently,
Really?
it's 2 wind turbines that weigh 50 tons more than the 350 tons the Empire State Building weighs.
Wow. Well, I guess, yeah, because I've never actually seen a wind turbine up close.
Isn't it just a giant fan?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a big, giant fan, but see, that's the thing. We've only seen them in movies,
Right.
right? So I've never seen one up close, and I'm assuming, like, I got a picture in my head of what a wind farm looks like. But I can imagine if you get up close to one of these things, like, the base has to be massive, right? In order to get
Yeah,
up that
probably.
high. Yeah. And that's all metal all the way up. So,
Yeah, I've never been close to one actually. I mean,
Yeah.
you see them from like the highway or whatever,
Mhm.
but yeah, I don't have any idea of the
Right.
scale of that thing.
yeah. So, yeah, I guess 2. I mean, the Empire State Building is pretty big, but it's also mostly hollow.
Yeah, but it's like glass and rock and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, wait, what? What weighs more, a metal toaster or a gallon of ice cream? And I can tell you that the difference is actually very small.
Well, a toaster's hollow.
Mm-hmm. But it's made out of metal.
I'm not good at this game. So I'm just gonna say I'm trying to think. I'm sure I've held both in my life.
Yeah. I feel so have I.
The toaster?
The toaster weighs more.
Okay.
5 pounds for the toaster, 4.5 pounds for the gallon of
The
ice cream.
ice cream.
The
Okay.
ice cream.
All right. Yay, I did it. We're tied actually.
We're tied, yeah.
Look at me.
How are we tied?
Wait, what?
Okay.
30-foot tall oak tree or an orca whale?
A 30-foot tall oak tree or an orca whale.
And this whale does not have a salmon hat on.
Huh. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've seen that picture. That's metal.
No, it was a thing. They were doing it for like fashion. Like one of them, and they're mostly women because we love orcas. She like had a salmon and like put it on her head like a hat. And everybody else was like, girl, that's so cute. Like, we're living for it. And the other ones in the pod also just, like, put salmon on their heads just for funsies.
Wow.
They were like, it's new, it's
This is the
fashionable.
fashion.
Get
This is
into
what's
it.
happening. This is what's
On
happening
Wednesdays, we were salmon guys.
right now. Which is a sort of pink. I'm going to say the orca whale.
Wrong.
Oh,
30-foot tall oak tree.
wow. A 30-foot tall oak tree.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Okay.
It weighs 5 tons versus 4 tons.
Okay. Wait, what weighs more? A blue jay or a frog? A blue jay or a frog?
What frog?
Yeah, what frog? Yeah.
What frog is it? There
Like,
are
is it a
some
tiny
really
tree
big
frog?
frogs,
Or
and
like
there's
a-
some really small ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a frog.
3 ounces for the blue jay, 2 ounces for the frog.
Stop it. That's the wrong frog. I was thinking about a big frog. Wait, what? Lamborghini or a great white shark?
Great white shark, because a Lamborghini is more about the... No?
No, a Lamborghini is 3,500 pounds. A great white shark is 3,200 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yikes.
Oof. See, it needs to be more... I guess they do these on average, right? Because, like, the biggest great white shark or, like, a small baby great white shark. Like, is it
gotta
Jaws?
Be, yeah, it's got to be an average.
Yeah.
I mean, a Lamborghini, I think they can just weigh, but...
Okay. Wait, what weighs more, a car tire or a microwave? A standard car tire or a microwave?
Car tires are heavy.
Mm-hmm.
How
So are
about
microwaves.
I don't... Yeah, but when have I held a microwave? Like, it's in the wall. Like, I've never picked it up.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah. It's not like my microwave that is a thing that you have to pick up and place on the counter.
I mean, I had one like that, but it was 100 years ago and it was super small. It wasn't like a standard microwave. A car tire, I guess. I'm
Car
so bad
tire,
at this
yeah.
game.
So me too. We're never gonna finish. Car tire is 20 pounds and a microwave is 30 pounds.
No, it's not.
I know the back of a microwaves are heavy, but they're weirdly weighted.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an even weight. You pick it up and the back weighs more than any other part of it.
And you can't hold it by the holding part because then it will just open and rip off.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, what? A light bulb or a mouse?
Depends on the mouse, I guess, but I'm gonna say a mouse.
A mouse.
All right.
1 ounce versus 1.5 ounces.
Wow, that is a very small difference. That is a very small
Half an
difference.
ounce.
Half an ounce of a difference. Wait, what weighs more? A dairy cow or a grizzly bear?
Ooh, I don't know.
A dairy cow, which I'm assuming is full of milk, or a grizzly bear.
Which is full of grizzle.
But also fluffy.
Bears are big.
Uh-huh. But are the grizzly bears the big ones?
I think so. I think all bears are big.
Yeah, yeah.
Aren't bears just big?
Gonna pet that dog?
I have seen that video. How cute. Also me. I pet a dog this morning and it made him a whole day. A cow.
A cow.
Is it a
dairy
cow?
2,000 pounds versus 700 pounds.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. That feels
So
fine.
I feel like
that
this-
feels good.
This
that feels
this
right.
has to be a dairy cow that is currently full grown and full of milk versus a grizzly bear that like just came out of hibernation.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a fat bear week where people like root for the big fat bears?
Maybe. Yeah,
Just
because they're
before
like,
they go into
before they
hibernation,
go
where
into
they're just
hibernation.
like, yeah, man, I'm getting it done.
what weighs more? A military tank or 10 African elephants?
Oh, I don't know. African elephants, I think, are the small ones.
Right, there's African elephants and Indian elephants.
So
I know that African elephants have the big ears and Indian elephants have the small ears.
I feel like they want me to say tank because 10 elephants is a weirdly specific number.
Mm.
Excuse me. So I'm going to say tank.
A tank? 70 tons for a tank, 65 tons for an African elephant.
See? This
For
one
10
you just
African
gotta,
elephants.
You just got to know the card.
Yeah. Okay, you're ahead now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm in the middle space. We're doing it. What
She's
weighs
halfway
more?
there.
Wait. What? What? What weighs more? A metal chair or a Thanksgiving turkey?
Ooh.
Again, it depends.
depends
How
on the
many people
chair.
are we feeding?
Yeah.
with this turkey.
Is it a Riverbrook Lake Farms
Yeah,
heritage
right?
turkey, or is it just
That Bob had to buy 3 times because he kept throwing it in the toilet.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, wait, is Bob bisexual? And the internet was like, yes, yes, kids. Okay.
A metal chair or a turkey? It depends on the turkey, but I guess I got to say the turkey.
Yeah. It says so.
Okay.
It says 10 pounds for a metal chair, which seems heavy,
Yeah, that seems heavy.
versus 15 pounds for a turkey, which seems average.
Okay.
Like 15 or 16 pounds
Yeah.
for a turkey.
Aw, little ghosties have met in the middle.
Aw.
Okay, Allie.
Okay.
Wait, what? And by the way, for those of you who are listening to this podcast, the weight we keep saying is not WAIT, it's WEIGHT.
Our listeners are very smart.
They're
They
very
figured
smart.
that out
They
a
could have
long
figured
time
that
ago.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What weighs more, a household hammer or a pillow? What?
A hammer?
I haven't. You know what? I'm going to let you guess this, but I'm going to pull out another card because in what world? Go ahead.
I'm guessing it says pillow on the card.
Yes.
After your reaction.
It is 1 pound for the hammer, 3.5 pounds for a pillow. What pillow are you sleeping on that weighs?
I do have a heavy pillow in my house.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have a heavy pillow in my house.
Yeah.
But it's not it would not be the pillow that I would purchase.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like one of those goose down pillows or whatever.
I don't know. It's just thick,
Like
heavy.
I have a memory foam pillow that doesn't weigh that much. I have another pillow that doesn't weigh that much. Like I don't. Oh,
I'm
hotel
not a-
pillows do tend to weigh some. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never found the pillow that's right for me. I've given up. At this point, I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. Wait, what? A home fire extinguisher or a firefighter's helmet?
Ooh. So home fire extinguishers are actually really small and not that heavy. Where a fireman's helmet.
But they're full of
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff
right.
is and pressurized.
But we have a fire extinguisher helmet. It's not that heavy. So I'm going to say the fireman's helmet.
No, that's
No?
4 pounds versus the home fire extinguisher, which is 5.
Oh, no. Okay. Darn. I really thought I had them there.
Yeah.
Does the fireman's helmet have the fireman's head in it? That's the question.
I mean, I hope not. For the fireman's sake.
Okay, this is a good one. Wait, what weighs more? A baseball cap or an empty milk jug? A baseball cap or an empty milk jug? Which has a cap, but it's not a baseball cap.
An empty baseball cap. A baseball cap.
A baseball cap is the right answer.
Baseball
3
cap.
ounces versus 2 ounces.
Yeah, I'm going
That
with
is
baseball
correct.
cap. Okay.
All right. Oh, you're almost there.
Ooh, I have 2 more to win.
Yeah.
But this is really shocking. Okay. Wait. What?
This means I'm just as bad at this game as you are.
Weighs more, a semi-truck or a sperm whale?
Sperm whale.
No.
Really?
A
The
semi-truck.
semi-truck? Well, I guess the semi-truck is the full truck, even though
Yeah.
it says semi.
It says 40 tons versus 30 tons.
Man, I thought sperm whales were much bigger. Oh, blue whales are the
Blue whales are
the big boys.
Yeah. And
the
gals.
big mamma jammas. What weighs more, 100 ping pong balls or 100 shuttlecocks? So I guess it really comes down to what weighs more, a ping pong ball or a shuttlecock.
Well, the shuttlecocks have that weighted end to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think the shuttlecocks, no?
Shuttlecocks is the correct answer.
Because they have that, like, weighted rubber end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100 ping pong balls is 1 ounce.
Oops.
Versus
Wow, that's wild.
100 shuttlecocks, which is 2 ounces.
Wow.
So they weigh more,
okay.
but not by much.
Wow.
They weigh about twice as much.
Okay. Wait, what? A gold bar or a cement block?
How big is the gold bar?
Big.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
I
say.
don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna say gold bar.
I'm in this scenario. The gold bar and the cement block are the same size. How
Okay.
about that?
So gold bar.
No,
Really?
cement block.
Huh.
30 pounds for the gold bar, 40 pounds for the cement block.
Interesting, because I feel like a cement block is also sort of like a Three Musketeers bar. It's got holes and crevasses and stuff, but Whereas a gold bar is solid gold.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm never
I've
gonna
never held a gold bar. Have you?
No, never, not
Me
a real one.
neither.
But I remember in Die Hard with a Vengeance, they steal gold bars from the reserve in New York, and Samuel L. Jackson like finds one and he's lugging it around like it's 30, 40 pounds. Well, I guess it is 30 pounds, but whatever.
Shout out to Samuel L.
Shout out to
Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson making a second appearance on our show 2 weeks in a row. Wait, what? Weighs more, a traffic cone or a house cat? Average. A traffic cone.
I have
or a
access to both of these.
You do. You have access
regularly.
to both of these.
One of my cats he's a big boy.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Like, it's my cat.
The
Definitely.
the traffic cone seems heavy, but I bet you my cat is heavier. So I feel like the cat.
And for the win, traffic cone 7 pounds, house cat
12.
10 pounds on average.
Wow, mine's a thick boy.
Yeah, so you won on a question about cats
Wow.
and traffic cones.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Hey.
I'll take it. Cats and traffic cones.
Yeah.
That's my new improv team name. That's my new improv team name.
Your improv team name, cats and traffic cones.
Yep.
Done. Traffic
It's done.
cats.
It's done.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed us saying, wait, what, 100 times.
Yeah, sorry about that, but not really.
No, we're not.
Nope.
We're
This is
not
made by
gonna-
RMS Games. I found it at the Five Below checkout counter. It's called Wait What? I think it's a good little icebreaker game because it gets you talking, right? Like, what? Traffic cones weigh
And
how much?
I mean, I would like some of these to be fact checked, to be honest with you.
right.
But that's okay.
Yeah. I also need
Um,
more phrasing, right? Like the average house cat as opposed to just a house cat.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I know some small house cats that you just like pick them up and throw them around and whatever. Like they don't.
Don't throw
No, I'm not
cats
throwing,
around.
not literally throwing them around, but like, like you can just pick them up and move them. And then they scratch you.
Yeah, I almost was late to recording because Dorian is one of my cats. He decided he was going to just have some shoulder cat time. And
Mhm.
so he just hopped right on up there and was just standing on my shoulders, just hanging out,
Just
having a great,
Shoulder catting around.
just shoulder catting around, just, digging with his little claws. Yep.
Great.
Fun.
Awesome.
Good. All 12 pounds of him just like, it actually feels kind of good. He brushes
It's like a weighted.
on my shoulder. I'm trying to train
shoulder thing.
him to massage because he would be
okay.
great at it.
Got it. He does the biscuits.
He does biscuits so well.
Yeah.
And he's got a really heavy step.
Mm-hmm.
So one of our cats he's long and he's very stealth, but you can hear him like.
Right.
And the other one, who's just like a reckless little nightmare, is silent when he's walking. And so, because Dorian has the heavy step, I think he would be really good at massaging.
Huh.
And like when he'll like crawl on me or crawl on my back or whatever, I'm like, oh, this is so great. But I'm trying to train him. We'll see. It's not gonna happen because he's a cat. But
Yeah. He's not gonna have a job.
yeah,
He has
we're trying to
He has 2 passive incomes.
train him in cattersage.
All right. Go enjoy a massage from your cat or a cattersage,
A cattersage.
if you will, and you'll see us next time. Bye.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Now we'd love to hear from you.
You can visit playdatepod.us to watch our videos,
Access our episode library,
find out more about our brand of quality, clean comedy.
and contact us with any questions or comments.
Improvisers love audience suggestions, so make sure you visit playdatepod.us.
And the podcast you just heard was a production of Society Circus Players.
If you like what you heard today, please rate, review, subscribe, and share it with a friend.
And finally, if life's a circus, we're the clowns.
Wait, what?
What? Wait?
Wait? What?